Come on, it's a rap presidential. That's how we do it right here on KTN Life and Style. A big shout out to DVJ Supreme right there on the ones and twos. Kibera to the wall, baby. Number 9 in the building. Octopizzo. How many O's do you actually count?
No, it's a wave.
Is this a way?
A wave of O's.
Just go with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember we have so many goodies right here on the show. Just tweet us, and the question today is, how are you exploiting your opportunities, and how? So we have tickets courtesy of Anger Cinemax. It's at Sarit Center, Panari. Sorry, we had mentioned that earlier on, and we have tickets also worth 5,000 Kenyan shillings to give to 3 lucky winners, courtesy of City Walk. And you can actually, it's not only a shoe vouchers, by the way. You can spoil yourself rotten. Just go all the way out. You can have clothes, you can have perfumes, and just pick from what they have in the store. So this is definitely the show to watch, and keep on tweeting, keep the conversation going. Right about now, though, presidential in the building. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you feeling?
I'm sleepy.
You're sleepy? Kwamboka was also complaining. Kwani mnamkanga saa ngapi normally? What time does the day start?
Mine 11.
11?
Yeah.
So ni kuchokesha kabisa.
No, jana alikuwa shoot. That's why. Yeah.
Oh, so that's why we have to say
So
thank
why
you
I'm like,
for making time
yeah,
and joining us right here. So
welcome.
unafanya mambo mengi sana.
Tunajaribu.
Mambo mazuri, Kibera to the world, yeah? And today we're talking about exploiting your opportunities. So clearly, from your story, yani umetuonyesha kuwa it's not where you start, but where you end up. Yeah, so how did you make a good use of the opportunities back then?
Ours was different. When I was coming up, it was different. We didn't have opportunities. We created our own. So where we come from, there's no opportunity. There's no opportunities in Kibera. You have to create. So I just created mine. So many of them, then I found myself. This was like the third, fourth option, rap. Yeah, I wanted to go to school and finish like campus. That didn't happen. Then I went to the garage. I was an electrician by profession for 2 years. It was not bringing enough for me and my daughter, so I started something else. So I had like a tour company in Kibera, nilikuwa natembeza walami. I showed them the, Chocolate City.
That's interesting.
During that time is when I found myself being interested in music, because I felt like at that time there was nobody representing us as Kibera and where we stand, because everything was just negative. Yeah, that's me and my pops and my moms.
So cute.
They were so swaggy, man. I get this from them.
Kibera to the world, I'm telling you.
Yeah, so that's, for me, going to music was just as a rebel, not like I wanted to rap. I never wanted to rap. I just wanted to have a job that can support my family. But then during that time, I realized when you're coming from Kibera, whether you go to Tawe and you say, "Minim so Kibera," it's just negative. People just think you're a thief, a robber. So it was a lot of negativity around the name Kibera. And I was like, what can I do? So I started as spoken word, then I went to rap, and I wanted to do the opposite, because everybody who comes from the ghetto is always like, hey, mini hustler, mini gangsters, jinini. So I wanted to show the other side.
It,
like, hey, we have nice food, we have chapati, we have swag. We are from A-Town, Kibera and Chocolate City. Kukinyesha, tunachembea kwa chocolate.
Hapo tu.
Ukiangalia hapo juu mabati, chocolate.
My chocolate buzz.
Oh, good. So that we have something, like when I was going to school, we didn't have anything. Tulikuwa tunaenda meet hizi mashule kwa sports. Na shule yetu was katikati ya Kibera, place inaitwa Lainsaba, Kibera Glory High School. Na tukienda some of this, like unaona hizi symposium, unauliza hii shule yenu ni gani? Hii shule iko Lang'ata. Juani utaki wasa kuchore. So it was like it was a big stigma that from like being childhood. So we wanted to give something positive, and luckily Octopizzo worked.
Which is really, really nice. Kwa sababu speaking of positivity and just showing people how not to, how to deal with stereotypes really. Kwa sababu kusema vile unasema mtu umetoka Kibera, then people start holding their passes unacheki, phone yangu kwani iko imekaa poa, and all those things. Which is something that I've seen, something that you are doing in new album, recent album, Refugenius. There's a song particularly, Last Shot, because it's the only Okay, let's talk about Refugees before we get into now the virus singles, yeah? So what was the album concept about?
Refugees is the same thing. Say like whatever I was saying about Kibera, unatoka Kibich.
Positive vibes,
It's
yeah?
So when you're a refugee and you say sahi utembeta alafu useme mimi ni refugee is already negative. People have been taking the word refugee as a negative thing. Huyu ni terrorist ama anataka tu kutuhaso. So the album came from Refugees. It means everybody of us in the world, whether you're coming from a desert, Kibera, you have a certain genius part of you that you don't get it from school. It's like inborn. It's like a gift.
It's true.
So how do you find it and utilize it? Like the whole time nilienda shule, hata sikuwajui mbona nilikuwa naenda shule. The only thing I got from school is that I know how to speak English, and I loved my literature teacher because it's because of him I rap. So I apply a lot of like my literature class only in like music. The rest ilikuwa tu
Ile tu vile tu
tulikuwa tu
umepelekwa
daro
shule,
tunacheki tu mode tunachorea.
Unangoja break time.
Unangoja break time. Kwanza mimi
Siku
nilikuwa
imeisha.
bell ringer. I always keep time.
You know they say the only other person in school that had the power of the headmaster ilikuwa bell ringer.
Yeah, na nilikuwa unajua saa mtaani unaweza change watch, unaweza ipeleka mbele urudishe nyuma. So yeah, I was a timekeeper for 2 years in high school. So yeah.
Okay, so we have a song from Refugees Bado, what we are talking about, Flag. So let's take a look at that and then we get to that, yeah?
Cool.
Okay. Oh, amazing. So Flag is part of your album, Refugees, yeah?
Yeah, that was the first song.
So all these artists that you featured in Refugees are all artists from the Kakuma and the Dab camps,
Yeah, all of them are from the camps.
Why the interest in giving, like, helping them to nurture their talent?
Because people have forgotten about people in the camps. People have forgotten all of us. We're not from this country. Nobody's from Kenya. The people even own Nairobi are Maasais and we've pushed them away. So we always see like people who are like from different countries like aliens. Yet we are the same. It's just like we came here earlier before them. So if they stay here like in the next 20 years, they'll probably be Kenyans. You know, they'll integrate, get married and become Kenyans.
To the philosopher.
Yeah, the philosopher. And in last shot, so that was Flag, you're not part, you're not in it, but you are there, like you're not in the video, but
I'm
for
in
audio
the-
uko.
yeah.
So in last shot, you are in the video,
Yeah.
and you address certain things, including food crises, insecurities, and everything else. Yeah. So why do you have this passion in addressing what is really, really happening?
I think as an artist, we just sometimes care about hit songs and, you know, living good life, and we forget, like, if today, like you see how our politicians are so stupid right now, that means in August, if it continues the way it's continuing, we might end up in refugee camps in Uganda.
The
How
same
would you
way.
like people to
Treat
talk to you? You know, how would you like people to treat you? You know, and also, like, I feel like the international community in general doesn't care much about Africans, especially in the camps. They only come and talk when there's like a crisis. So when over 100 people are dead or 200, that's when you see like the international community saying, oh, there's a... Yet people get killed every day. It's the same way, even our Kenyan.
It's true.
In Mandera, people die like probably every day. 2 people are shot, 3. You don't see
But they're
that.
not addressed.
Yeah.
And you mentioned about international media actually in last shot,
Yeah.
that they address wanatuona kama CCTV. That's the line you use. Like,
Yeah.
wanatuona tu kama CCTV, meaning they don't really address the right issues.
Yeah.
It's just always about negative.
It's always,
things,
they just
yeah?
pull like little stuff, but most of the time they like air like stuff from like, you know, Middle East. And I understand, you know, there's a problem in Syria too, but there's a problem in Africa, a big one. It has been there for like decades, you know. We have the Syria one, and yes, we see people being pulled from buildings, but imagine if somebody blow up a village in South Sudan. You can't pull anybody, everybody's dead,
It's true.
including livestock, and we don't see that.
And these are things that are happening.
These are
like,
things happening
constantly.
every day.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you, unaweza sema, hebu sema double Z, hebu sema.
8 limit change.
Mimi ni wakayole by the way, sinema namba 9 hapa 1960 baby representing.
Ewe ni Wakayole.
Si ndio?
Target Gang.
DJ, hebu-
Target Gang is also part of Refugees.
Yeah.
And it's really, really amazing.
Octopizzo double Shandiko double S.
DBJ, twende kazi. Ati Shaniko double?
S.
Lord Jesus.
Number 1960 baby. Make that money,
Watu wa
buy
Githurai hawa
that
wako na shida sana. Ndio hiyo. Hey. Oh, I'm gonna sing to your girl like Kagwe. I'm telling you, this is like the Migos in Kenya right now. Target kwanza ni nini? Target gang. What is that?
It's just a movement, a society of appreciating our athletes and that we run the game. So it's just a mega
Target gani kama mnaenda mbio kwa sababu target ule
ule wa
wakimbia
marathon yani.
ukashikanisha. I told you rappers wa Kenya naweza jua kile kitu mnafikiria. Ile kitu mnafikiria.
Sasa nilikuwa nimekuambia hapo backstage.
Wacha nikwambie backstage gani na wewe unanilenga huku. Nasemaje? Nimeletwa hapa na swali moja. Juu ya mafans though.
Okay.
Wanauliza siku hizi unachezanga nje sana. Unajua ni vile mapromoter wa Kenya kwa ma events wa kuafford ama nini ama umepanda bei Octopizzo na banana baby.
On that question bado unajua anasema hapo kuhusu different time zone kwa Target gang.
Yes.
Kuna venye wase kuna venye wafiki bei jo.
Kwa tuna event
Alafu pia na try ku get horizons mob. Unajua kuna wase walikuwa before sisi na kila mseo cheza tu home. Tucheze nje man. Tucheze nje tuachia sengine pia hapa wa grow. Unaona kama watu wana come up. Sasa tukicheza tu hapa kila mtu. Sasa watu watacheza wapi?
So ndio hiyo basi.
Field ni ndogo hapa na world iko kwa simu. Mbona usicheze nje?
Usirapu ukiongea sawa world iko kwa simu aje.
World iko kwa simu aje.
Tuongee tu normal. Octopizzo lazima ushindo kila kitu. Sasa wewe ni rapper.
I think that's what he means by exploiting your opportunities.
Yeah, like
spreading your wings.
go overboard. Kenya imekuwa nikaa ndogo. Alafu tuna try ku style ni ile moja, blanda pia kila msana anataka kudu Kenya mse fulani alifanya 10 years ago. So hataki ukibring kitu ni ati but ina sound majuu.
Mtu anasema nakuja kumaliza Octopizzo, mimi nakuja kumaliza Octopizzo. Watu wajifanya cha Octopizzo na shoot ya video nje. Sijui nini. By the way nikuuliza kaswali kama tu haraka. Najua hautakapenda. Utakanga nikuuliza hivyo. Hao artists wapi wametokea before you now after you. Kuna mwenye unasemanga by the way this guy anaweza do collab na ama this lady I can do a collab with. Jua tu wanasema kuna tumaringo.
Man nimedu collabs more but mimi uchagua. Mimi niko very choosy nikikuja ni collab yani. Sifanyagi tu collab juu ya hype. Lazima uko na kitu. Lazima uko na umse in like maybe 3 years baada kuna longevity.
It's true and
longevity unajua nini? Yaani utakuwa kwa industry for long. Wewe si one hit wonder.
Mikali will do this.
Kwani kayole yenyu ikizungweni kwa nasoma hapo.
Now speaking of that,
nakupatia hiyo na nichukue.
Speaking of that, it's a very good thing what you're doing, particularly with this artists in the refugee camps. So my thing is, kwa sababu you're also a businessman, are you teaching them the entrepreneurial skills? Kwa sababu mtoto ukimlea akishatembea unamwacha aende. And then after that, like
that's the main part of the training. Music to every artist who's serious knows like music is like 2%. What you do 98% is like the packaging, the business, the marketing, all that. So all these artists, they are being trained to know that. So you find like wasana record ka ngoma mbili na ngoma yao ya pili na kwa hit song. Mimi record ngoma ka 27 kabla ni before the 28th song ndo ilikuwa at least ilipenya kidogo hata ikuwa hit. So now I say from your journey ya kudio nini yote at least nawaambia Kenya mimi nimelearn kwa industry and how they can go about it.
And that's really nice. Exploiting your opportunities. Never give up. You've had Octo akutoa ati ngoma moja ikakuwa hit. Hapana, so you have to keep on going.
Budo una maswali bado.
Maswali mob sana vya tu hatuna time.
Ungechoka.
So we will end the interview. Shanikwa, fungua WhatsApp group. So we'll end the interview on that note. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and thank you. It's a very good, noble thing that you're doing with the refugee artists in the camps, like seeing a positive side to it, yeah? And just in general, how you're really out there and teaching people that it's not, you really have to exploit, and it's not just with one song that made you who you are today, but you have to keep on going. So thank you so much for tuning in. We are about to take a very short commercial break. When you come back, we're about Shakes and Bones. DVJ as Supreme on the ones and twos right here. This is KTN Life and Style. Wewe. KTN Life and Style. Shika, Octo. Unachingi movies?
But ukinipea unanipea ya familia.
Ya familia ndo hizi sasa. Those 8? All right, so remember to keep on tweeting. We still have amazing goodies just for you. And when we come back, it's still on Talentscape. We'll have DVJ Supreme right here with Shanikwa. So don't go too far.